So, to wrap this up, are there any drawbacks to developing your sexual health and wellness? Are there any pitfalls that could come about? Are there any things to look out for? Are there any things that could, I don't know, backfire?
I cannot, in all honesty, think of what drawbacks there could be for doing something beneficial for yourself, other than getting caught up with some self-help guru who tells you, oh, I can heal you if you just do this, or I can heal you if you follow this program, because they're not healing you. Nobody's healing you. We can give you the information for you to help heal yourself, but anybody to me who says to you, take this pill or read this book or follow what I tell you to do to the letter, and all your sexual dysfunctional problems will be healed, is a crock. Other than getting caught up in something like that, no. Paying attention to your health in general and your sexual health, I don't see there being any pitfalls to that. As long as, like I said, you don't get trapped up in some thing of the moment, following the crowd, thinking that, if it worked for her, it'll work for me. That's not necessarily true. You can't follow what Susie and Becky are doing, because you're not Susie and Becky.
So, what about those instances where you know we have had people who believe that to even bring up the subject of sexual health and wellness invites a spirit of uh, lust or licentiousness, provocativity, promiscuity, dirty, nasty, all those demonized negative connotations, first of all, surrounding sex and then surrounding any form of sexual activity. Because we're not just talking coitus when we're talking sex. We don't go into a lot of detail, especially in here, but we're not just talking about people getting together in full out intercourse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what do you think about that when people believe that this is opening people to areas that they're likely could get involved in things that they normally wouldn't?
People, mainstream people fear what they don't understand, and it's easier to shut it down than deal with it in different areas of your life. Sex definitely being one, because it's so taboo to talk about it, or we can't be open when we talk about it. We have to be hush hush behind closed doors with the lights off. It's nothing new. There's always going to be a naysayer or two, because it's not easy to look at yourself. It's not easy to take the time to figure out why you don't like sexual activity, why you may have an aversion to oral sex, why you may have a aversion to your man wanting to please you orally, and you just can't bear him touching you there, or him wanting to have some finger foreplay with you, and you can't bear the pressure of him touching your vagina or inserting a finger or two into your vagina for past traumas that may bring up. But he doesn't know that if you don't explain it to him. So, he's going to shut down and clam up. And if you don't do the work to try and figure out why that is happening, you're going to shut down and clam up. So it's just easier not to deal with it. And it's easier to listen to those people who tell you, oh, you don't need to deal with that. Just, it's too painful. Don't try and figure it out. Don't try and work it out. Just, whatever you've been doing, just keep doing that. Because that's easy. So there's always going to be people who say that to you, but that's detrimental, and you already know it's detrimental because you wouldn't be seeking out an answer. You wouldn't be in the space you're in to realize, okay, I know there's more to being with my partner. I know I can experience more sexually, so why am I not? Once the question is there, it's because you know it could be better, but for you it's not.
Okay. We practice and teach modalities where partners can assist each other in overcoming various traumas and dramas, as well as opening them in areas where they're having blockages.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, when we talk about blockages, we're just talking about blockages of energy. We don't give names to the energy wheels. Dr. Africa Miller will tell you the energy wheels because when we try to use various terms that come from other cultures and different things, it becomes confusing for people. It's great if you can understand it, get your head wrapped around it, can apply it in its place, and it's comfortable for you. It's another culture, but okay. But you should always try to embrace it from our standpoint, and from our standpoint is, I want certain things to manifest for me. I want certain things to work for me. If you're not doing things together that help enliven your energy, and people can do it through centering prayer, people can do it through meditation, people can do it through various non-sexual rituals they do together, whether you're doing them from an ancient cultural side, African, or you're doing it something that you and your partner have developed. Not sitting in our rituals, we sit in front of the TV and watch the Winnie Williams show, and then we ready. No, I'm talking about like if you're capable of doing it, being in together.
Mm-hmm.
Not getting in, making out. You getting in, relaxing. You may do some breath work together.
Mm-hmm.
You may just take a walk and be in nature together. Just sit and take that in.
Mm-hmm.
Things that you make your own.
Yes.
I've heard some of the drawbacks for women have been the fact that they don't have a safe space to verbalize, learn, or interact and practice positive self-awareness and engagement when it comes to their sexual health and wellness. What do you think about that?
There's no answer to that. There's no quick fix to that. It's an individual by individual situation. Yeah, it is clearly more positive and more beneficial if your partner agrees with the things you want to do, if he or she wants to go along with doing the breath work and doing the different rituals you can do to get into a space of self-healing. That's not always possible. You're not always going to be in a relationship with someone who gets it, or sometimes, unfortunately, they might not even care. But that woman's still needs to find a way to do it for herself. If your partner is not willing, then as unfortunate as that may be, you'll have to leave them out.
Only 3 questions. No to one, that's a long talk. 2 or more, I love you, baby. And then what? Thanks at the door. Well, I have to do this for me. And I reinforce that all the time because I love, as Sister Ali put it, we spend too much time making each other miserable. We're already carrying all these traumas and dramas from this pathological behavior, from this culture that has been, through centuries, generations of degradation and discrimination and pain. So we really have to treat not only ourselves with some kids' gloves, but learn to treat each other with a lot more respect and compassion. It's not an easy road.
For sure.
But you have to start at someplace. And it's daily, small action. Not some big, look, baby, a bunch of flowers. No, daily, small action. It might just be making a meal. It could just be helping someone get some things ready for their work day. It could just be sometimes even sending a text to show some caring.
Yeah.
Or it could, in some people's cases, mean they're not sending a text. Don't text me. Don't call me. I'll see you at 6. I mean, we know our situations. Sometimes we have to think about it and say, they would probably appreciate it if I didn't ask them to do anything tonight when they got home.
Because sometimes that's all it takes.
Right. Or the mom that's single mom and just, I'm going to come home, I'm going to give them an hour, and then all electronics, everything is going on. Okay? We're cutting everything off. You want to read, we're going to sit together, we're going to relax. You got an hour for that, then it's bedtime. That's it.
And I know.
And if you have to do that one day a week, you have to get very creative.
Yeah, because it sounds easier said than done, but in any of the videos, including this one, nothing that we discuss or suggest is not things that we haven't already done or gone through. We don't speak from a finger pointing space. We speak from we have been there and done that quite a few times space. So in saying that, yeah, it's easier said than done, yeah, it could be, but if you want to do it, you can do it.
Absolutely. Okay. Thank you for giving us the business side of sexual health and wellness.